can you describe kind of what it was like before our conversation, kind of in some of the stuff that was either bothering you or that you wanted to improve about yourself or deal with?
I think there were quite a few things because when I messaged you, you already felt or sensed that there is more than one topic going on right now. And for me, I think it was the combination of more than one thing. First of all, it was the COVID situation. That is obviously new for me, and that made me struggle because we are starting a new business right now, and we had a total reset due to COVID and had to start from new, and that was a struggle. Then I had difficulties sorting out my social life linked to that situation, but also linked to my work situation, because I felt like I was developing or changing, and my surrounding had trouble with accepting it. So I also had trouble to like find out who I am and how to talk about that.
Yeah.
It was a combination.
How did you feel? How did you start to like transition from the beginning of our conversation to the end?
Well, first of all, I have to find the English words for it. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
start. What you managed was that I became really calm and I opened up, which is usually not that easy for me. But you asked the right questions, so for me to understand what was going on for myself. So just to put the finger on it, like describing a feeling to an actual conflict. And what I felt was that you were super open-minded and not judgmental at all. Do you say that?
Yeah.
You were not judging me,
Yeah.
and I felt super safe. Like it wasn't difficult to talk about the issues or the trouble that I had. And what I liked is that you didn't just like, there are those coaches who just ask you questions until you find an answer yourself. And then I had that before, and afterwards it was like, so I came up with that answer. So is that the right one? Is that going to help? And in your case, you asked me questions, but you also gave me some advice and some research stuff or stuff I could read and videos I could watch to just find my own path and see just a different perspective,
Yeah.
That is different from what I knew before. And that was what helped me most. That you just opened my view to other perspectives. I remember when we started talking that you asked me, so what's going on? I didn't know where to start. There was so much stuff going on in that moment. So I was like, okay, here's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now you can decide which we're going to talk about. And so you found the link between them because they're all linked to each other, and that helped me in the first place. And then when you helped me find that out for myself, then afterwards I got the advice from you. And yeah, you do talk, but that's good. I mean, when I'm having a coach, it's not because I need somebody only to listen to me, but because in your case, I know that you've your own business and you've started your own business and that you have experience. So why should you keep it to yourself? That wouldn't make sense for me.
After our conversation, like in the following days or perhaps weeks, or maybe it's something that is now you can pull from for the rest of your life, perhaps until you find something even better. Can you tell me a little bit of like what it was like after our conversation and how you were able to reframe things that previously would have like bothered you more?
I can definitely do that because right after we got off our Zoom, I went to Marcel and I told him about our coaching, and I told him that I now have. I think I said something like, next time I'm talking to that person, I know exactly what to do, so it doesn't trigger me anymore. And he was like, "What?" I didn't know that in 32 years. So yeah, that was a changing point. And I had to share the experiences with some people. I also shared your blog with I think 5 people, especially that fishbowl article, because that's just, I think it's a resemblance for so many people right now, and then so many people can like connect with it and yeah, know the situation. And for me, what the best advice you gave me was the 10,000 feet advice. So and that's something, that's a picture in my head that I have been keeping and that I'm using almost every day. Like in so many situations and conversations I'm having, I'm just telling myself, okay, now you go up to 10,000 feet and you look at it from above and you just analyze it. You don't feel emotions, you just analyze it. And that it's simple, but it's not easy, and it's super helpful. What I remember is that I had a piece of paper and a pen next to me, and I wrote down so many sentences that you just said. Like when we had the conversation, you said so many tiny little things that I just wrote down, and I still have a connection to those words. So it's like, for example, the 10,000 feet. And I think all the other coaches, they're there for a reason, and they might fit for somebody, and they also fit for me sometimes. But when I'm in a situation that triggers me, I cannot go into meditation. And I don't want, like, for me, I cannot think about resonance, for example, or energy loss. I think there's something to it, but in that situation, I need to get myself out really quickly. And that's what you gave me, was something that I can use like this. I'm like, okay, 10,000 feet, and I'm out, and that's good. And I'm practicing, and it works better every day. So that's what I'm really thankful for. That it's just so simple and can be used in every kind of situation. As you said, I'm used to like being really good at what I'm doing and earning a lot of money and being a business kind of woman.
Yeah.
And right now I didn't feel that way before we spoke, because for me everything went too slowly, and I had to wait for other people, and we didn't make the money I was thinking we would. But you just told me that it's normal and that nobody starts a business and earns money on the first day. And I was super naive, and that helped me a lot to just understand and be patient with myself, and to acknowledge what we have been doing, what I have been doing, and not to I don't want to say that not to push myself, because I'm still pushing myself, but to be more kind to myself, maybe more understanding. And yeah, it gave me another motivation push, if you can say that in English. I'm not sure.
Yeah, really good.
So what changed after we talked is that I started, like, I didn't know before, but after we talked a few days later, I realized that that the belief in myself had become smaller. And after we talked, as you said, I was feeling more proud of myself, and I could acknowledge the decision that I made. And I knew that this is a big step, or I understood it again before I knew it, but then I was all in that thing, and I lost connection to myself by trying to build that business super fast and super successful. And yeah, I regained that self-confidence of being a founder or entrepreneur, and our way of working changed afterwards. It was a lot more goal-oriented, and a lot more, as I said, self-confident. And we're like, I regained the confidence that it's a super good business idea, and that it's gonna crush. It's gonna be amazing. So I'm really thankful that you took the time to like listen to all of that, and then even give me advice on how to improve it, because that really changed a lot. And it's, for me, it's still impressive that I think we spoke for 2.5 hours or something. It wasn't like a whole day, but 2.5 hours changed so much. And they changed so much that I talked to I don't know how many people since then about it.